All right, welcome to the show. Welcome to the show, guys. Apologies again for not being here yesterday, but I had a lot on my plate. I see Bubble here. Awesome, my brother. Nice to see you. It's awesome, awesome, awesome. So, obviously, the market's been playing the way it has, and this is one of the reasons why I felt that it wasn't quite urgent for me to come online. My style is quite different. I mean, I go with the flow, freestyle. It's not like pre-scripted or anything like this. And I won't BS you guys. So end of the day, whatever I've got to say, I just say it right. So that's how it is. Obviously, today I want to do something quite different. I don't want to really go and talk about the market as much. So if you've noticed the thumbnail, yep, nothing regarding the market. It's doing what it's doing. What's there to talk about? But what I want to do is talk with you guys. Maybe some things about some of the coins that you want to talk about, right? So I do have a message from earlier on, actually. You won't believe this. This is how busy I've been. I haven't checked WhatsApp 2 days straight. So one of our members, he actually messaged me this morning, and he mentioned something about Hathor, HTR, and he said they're having some sort of a halvening in XYZ. And I just saw the message, so definitely I'm going to talk a little bit about Hathor as well and a few other bits and bobs if required. But one of the thing is like, regardless whether it's Hathor or any other company, whatever the project update is, it's all great news. But the thing we have to really understand is, where are we in this market cycle? You know, is it a good time to enter? You know, if, like, for example, Hathor's having a halvening in 20 days, is the price already, priced in already? Do you know what I mean? Is it going to make any changes to the coin tokenomics? Those are the kind of things we need to ask ourselves as well, and obviously observe and be kind of logical about, right? So one of the things, another one, for example, BTT, BitTorrent token, they're doing a denomination, which means every one BTT is going to be worth, I think, 1,000 or 10,000. We've seen this happen with many projects. What does it do? Does it really increase the price of BTT? These are the questions we really have to ask. And is it the perfect time for us to do this, or is just another hype train, another hype juice basically we're going to be ending up drinking? So these are very important questions we have to ask ourselves. Now, Project Hathor is a very good project. I do like it, but does that mean I'm going to be super bullish on it, or because they're having a halving or anything, or is it just another hype? To be frank, complete honest with you, just another hype for me. Doesn't make any difference to me. Whether they have a halvening today or they have a halvening 4 years later, remember one thing about them is, yes, they've been around for some time now, but they're not a significant coin. They're not noticed as much. And certain things you have to understand, like, why we say they're not noticed as much. For example, if you look at the market capitalization, you can see they are 238. This means they're on page number 3. They don't really have that much going on for them, because remember, the top 100 coins, those are the ones everyone has on their radar. So these coins are under the radar, but you know, is anything going to happen? Like, the question I asked, like, is it already priced in? In my opinion, I think it's already priced in. I don't think it's going to go and do anything any further. And what I want to do is observe the market structure to see if this market is going to favor us and possibly give us an opportunity to probably go to that level where we can actually pump. I see Albin here. Also, my brother, nice to see you as well, right? So today I'm probably going to spend a lot of the time without a cursor, by the way. Um, Definitely probably going to spend a lot of time without a cursor. But that's because I just want to talk to you guys. Just want to talk to you guys, right? I see Belgian here, awesome, awesome, awesome. And I see someone here, God knows what they're trying to promote. But great, thank you. It's all good. Listen, come along, promote whatever. I don't care. Chat's free. You're free to your whatever you want to promote. I don't really care, but I'm not going to be promoting anything. In fact, today I had a long conversation with someone. They wanted me to promote some of their products, and a simple question repeated over and over again: what's your name? What project do you want to talk about? What's your goal, right? What is it you want me to do? Never a straight answer. When you see no straight answers, you know there's something fishy. So I literally just gave them a price list of promotion videos, because I said, look, you want to promote my video, for example, you want to sponsor the video, by all means, I'll have a big sponsor sign on the top right or the top left corner, sponsored by your company, and that's it, you know. But you want a positive review, then I got to know what you are. And if you are that, then we can talk, right? So it's one of those again, you know, there are companies out there who just want to come and approach you, and they're like, "Oh, can you make this? And how much is it going to cost you?" And this, and I'm like, "What are you? You know, can you tell me what you are?" So anyway, leave that aside. I'm not bothered about any of that stuff. We'll wait for a few other people to come on because I just literally shared and I went on live straight away because I don't want to waste any time. I know I've missed with you guys, you know, missed the precious times, but I've got a lot of personal pressure at the moment, business and personal. So yeah, it's been pretty nasty. You're probably noticing me looking over there. I'm just looking at the chat and looking at the stream. I do see that I have some issues and bugs as usual. By the way, guys, if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe, support the channel grow. That's all I ask for. Doesn't cost you anything. Hit that like button, let YouTube know, let the algorithm know that basically we're trying to do something good here, and let's grow this community. Also, you can join our Discord community, which is kind of growing. It's very new, but it is growing. I see sometimes they're very active and sometimes they're dead. So let's see what happens. I'm not sure what's going on there, but we are going to get to grow at some stage. So that's there as well. And yeah, I mean, at some stage later, we will talk about Paradexes and the other projects that we are actually working on as well. But right now, not really interested because it is kind of on a halt at this present moment. I'm still going through a lot of stuff, so we got to sort things out there. Now, let me just refresh the chat and see what's going on. I see Albin. Albin says, is 0 0.5 still your sell for Izzy? Good question. We are going to talk about this. Let's go for this 1 second. Guys, also try and avoid any messages on, like right now as I'm on live, try and avoid anything on Discord or anything like this because I can't juggle between the screens. I'm here. Let's keep it here. And look, I'm not joking. I'm completely bugged out. Completely bugged out. I basically can't see anything. Um, Buzz. Was it Flocky? Flocky what? I have no idea what you're talking about, bro. There's so many. You do know whenever a name becomes popular, there are people out there who would literally go and make coins, flocky this, flocky that, and you name it. They're just going to continue with it. So it does get kind of disgusting. Just be cautious, obviously. And there are coins out there where you can make a lot of money. So, for example, Albin is asking me regarding a coin called Izuma Finance or something, I believe it was Izuma Finance. Okay, let me just go back to Hathor. So for one of the members who asked about Hathor, uh, in my opinion, as this market is trending down and this price is kind of moving upwards, I personally think this is already priced in. Your halvening is already priced in. So expect a significant dump after the halvening. So if you're already holding and you bought it cheap, for example, down here somewhere, you're doing all right. I would recommend you to start taking some initial out before the halvening because this looks very much to me, the structure just looks like as if it's being priced in. You know, I mean, you can see from here as well, it does look like it's being priced in, definitely being priced in. So just, yeah, get ready for that one. Take your initial out. That's all I'm going to say. Just take your initial out, no financial advice, and then put it on the side. And then once the thing dumps again, if you're still positive, go for it. But remember, there's always another, you know, live another day, full stop, live to fight another day. Because end of the day, this market, when it goes and completely collapses, and remember what I told you, when you find out, when everybody finds out, it's already too late. It's already gone down. So rather than waiting for that confirmation, be prepared, stay 2 steps ahead, play the game exactly as it's supposed to be. Because it's a yo-yo market. It's just, if it was yo-yoing up, I would be really excited and say, okay, guys, we are moving up. But I'm seeing it yo-yo down. So the steam is running out. I see Skin and Bones here. Awesome, my brother. Nice to see you here as well. So let's go into the other one we were talking about. So I hope this kind of answers your question. What do I think about it? Hathor's a great project. I don't deny this. I think it's definitely a fantastic project. But what? Look, someone's already come up with some fake thing. Let's see if I can find another way. Hold on, I got another way of doing this. Because you know, people just come up with whatever crap they can. You see, the Izzy coin is there, and all of a sudden, right now, already we've got people trying to do their thing. So let's see, what is it called? Sorry. I'm just trying to get the info for this coin. Izumi. So let's look for Izumi. Okay, so Izumi is not here. Let me try CoinGecko. Let's try CoinGecko and try and see if it's here. Sometimes, you know, some of these things, they don't come on properly. So let's see. It's Izumi. Nope, even Izumi hasn't arrived here as well. So sadly, I can't show it to you here. But what he's asking is basically, does it still stand? My answer to you is very simple. Yes, it does. 50 cents is still my sell order, and that's only for 30% of my total holding. So I'll put 30% at 50. That should take my initial out. Okay, so I haven't taken the initial out yet. However, if I see it basically hovering around the 20 or something like this and it not really, you know, moving like by the end of tonight, then I will dump the whole lot. 100% I will dump it. But I am giving it at least 24 hours for it to basically do its thing. Well, 12 hours minimum at least, right? So 12 to 24 hours for it to hit that 50 mark. If it doesn't hit that 50 mark, then I could expect it to go down further. So I'm going to take what I can at around the 20, which will still be a 5x. So that's a decent return, basically return on investment. So get rid of that. And then I'm going to wait, buy some more BitDAO token, wait for the BitDAO discount, or probably just buy some more BitDAO token, continue forward, and rinse and repeat and do that again. However, as I said, I'm going to sell about 20% at the 50. That should give me my initial back. Then what I'm trying to do is the other 80%, I'm going to sell 40%, 50% of that. So 40%, I'm going to be selling that at the 70, and then the rest of it about 90. So just in case I can make those big gains. But again, the idea would be to do it only with the profit, not with my initial. I want to take my initial out ASAP. But as I said, if it goes to 20, I'll take everything out. I don't really care. Wait for the market to reset, and then I'll probably pick it up again. Because in a few days, this thing's going to come down. It's going to do one of two things. It's either going to go to $1 or it's either going to come down to about 10 cents. So might as well pick up at 10 cents again. SM here, also my brother, nice to see you. Do you know how to deposit GBP without doing it via centralized exchange? Also, how do you withdraw without going via? Sorry, sadly, bro, no, you can't. This is the problem with any native currency, your fiat currency of the world. There's nothing. You're limited. There's nothing. The only way you can buy and sell is if you go to a hustler, get it on the black market, do it with some cash. Yeah, absolutely, you don't need any fiat, any bank or any centralized exchange for that. Okay, easy for you to basically, go to the black market. Like I know people who literally sell it to you for cash. Go up to them and say, yeah, look, I want some, and they'll give it to you. It's not a problem. They'll take the cash off you, but it's a lot more risky. Hope you do understand this. And of course, if you want to play that game, there's loads of ways to do it. So yes, you can, but you won't be able to move your GBP. This is again the problem. So if you have it in one exchange, you can't move it, right? So you have to be in crypto. So for example, if you wanted to buy just crypto, yeah, you're welcome to do that. That's easy. You can buy crypto with some cash without ever going through a centralized exchange and then move your crypto wherever you want. Right? There are plenty of ways of doing this. One of the ways of doing this without a centralized exchange is local Bitcoins or local Ethereum. You know, they can be expensive though, so please be cautious. They are quite expensive because the fees are very high. Whenever people are dealing with cash, because cash is really, you won't believe this if I tell you this, cash is actually harder to move. So because of that, you have to pay a lot more fees. Now with bank transfers and credit, debit card, whatever, it's a lot more easier to turn around. Because remember, someone who's selling you crypto is not just magicking some crypto somewhere. He's got to buy it somewhere. So they got to turn this around in order to basically make a decent percentage there. And if they don't, they're stuck because this market is relentless. It will leave you. Trust me. It will leave you on the upside. It will leave you on the downside. It always does. So you got to be always one step ahead. So yeah, I mean, but if you want to consult me, or you know, you want me to consult you, SM, you got my number. Give me a shout later on after the show or something. Give me a call, and we can discuss this. And there's plenty of ways to do this. Not an issue. I see Yasmin here. Good evening. Good evening to you. Thank you. I see Gritty here. Hey man, respect to you. I missed a few of these. I'm gonna come and set some, get some, eat some curry soon again. And happy to chat some crypto and buy food. Also, my brother, definitely, definitely. Just to give you a little update, restaurant currently is under a renovation. So we have been shut due to a family issue, basically. So there was some political issue and family situation. We did close the restaurant about a week and a half ago. So the restaurant was closed. Restaurant should have been open now, but because of all these pandemic and all these crazy nonsense with Omicron and everything as well, what we decided to do is do some renovation. So if you do go there, make sure to double check online first on the website to see if the restaurant is open or not. Currently, the restaurant's not open. It's going under refurbishment, which actually making the space a lot more larger. So yeah, if you do go there, just don't be shocked when you see the whole place is like kind of torn apart. But that's just basically a little bit of refurbishment I'm doing. So that's that. And I'm actually doing it myself. My bloody thighs and everything are aching from doing it myself. So I've been going there in the morning and doing some building work. A true jack of all trades. Mr. C. Nice to see you tomorrow. I see Bowles. I'll chat with you, Gritty, for some butter chicken and some naan. Bowles, awesome, man. But yeah, so right. So where were we? We were talking about Izzy. So we did Izzy anyway. So I hope you understand how Izzy works. That's the target with the Izzy. So how I'm planning to go about this one. You know, there's not going to be any how would I say this, any love there. You know, I mean, when it comes to these fresh coins, right, and especially in a market cycle where the market could be easily going south. I don't want to hold anything. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't matter how bullish some coins look like. It doesn't even matter if Izzy goes to $10 tomorrow. I don't want to be holding those bags. I'll tell you this right now. I don't want to be holding any bags. I want to be getting rid of it as soon as possible, monetize on it, increase my native, what do you call this? The exchange token. So, for example, in the case of Bybit, it's BitDAO. In the case of MEXC, it's MX coin, right? So, whatever the case is, I want to increase that portfolio. The only one I am planning to dump and I'm not really happy with is Binance coin. Binance coin has been going up and down like a yo-yo as well. Really hasn't given me anything. I mean, right now I'm actually at a loss in my recent. So what I did was, you know, when the market was dumping, I dumped my Binance. It dumped further, so I bought some, and then I pumped it for the last event we did. I forgot the coin's name again. Again, same reason I forget because I dumped the whole lot. I don't give a damn about it. Anyway, so then I went back to BNB, which was doing okay. It went to about 533 or something like this, which is really awesome, right? So, you know, for me, I was doing okay. And then, because of all of the other stuff that's been going on in my life, and I've been out of crypto for the last few days, the bloody damn thing dumped on me. Yeah. So I won't even do an analysis on it, but it just dumped on me. Look at it, it just dumped on me, and I'm actually currently at a loss. Can you believe this? I'm currently at a loss. So this is where I dumped it. This is kind of where I picked it up. Was it here? Yeah, it was around here. I picked it up. Yeah, around here I picked it up. I was all the way up. No, it wasn't here. What the hell? Where am I? Sorry, I think I picked it up here. Yeah, somewhere around here anyway. I can't remember. And then it pumped a little bit, and then anyway, I dumped now, so I can't really be bothered. So yeah, not having a good time here. Izzy says, "Where's your restaurant, man?" One of them's in Watford, the one I spend a lot of time in. Short time though. This one is actually already been sold. Deposit has been taken, so I won't be there that long. And that's what I've been doing as well. Kind of just how would I say this? Kind of packing up. You know, so one by one, just getting rid of everything basically, because I don't plan to be in those games for too long, especially in partnership businesses, because they are kind of a bit of a headache, and I want to go into other stuff as well. So let's see what happens. Gritty says, hope that goes well. God bless, man. No doubt, dude. Butter chicken is dope. Okay, right. So that's awesome. Right now, Is there, if there's any question, guys, throw me your coins or whatever. We'll talk about them. No worries. Okay, we'll talk about them to a certain extent, right? We're not going to go on forever because the thing is, look, I don't want to talk about it because look, the market's doing exactly what we expected it. And as I said, look, we're too close to this. We either go above this right now, stay above this, and start bouncing up, and start coming into these particular levels here, for example, for us to invalidate this trend. And that's a long way, by the way. So, or we just come down. And as I said, the likelihood of us coming down is actually a lot more stronger. And you can see how this thing has been yo-yoing and actually literally coming down, right? Let me show you on another chart how it's just been coming down, right? And every day it's been coming down. So it doesn't matter what people say, oh, look, we've been bullish. No, we're below this 200-day. Let's not fool ourselves, right? We're below this 200-day. Now we're looking much more. I mean, look at this. This is just ridiculous. I just noticed this right now. This is absolutely ridiculous. Look at this. All three of them literally wicked here. So we do have some bulls sitting around this 4,558. But that's not strong enough. That is not strong data. In fact, let me just see how strong our support and resistance cluster is around that zone. Oh my days, absolutely nothing. This is on a daily, absolutely nothing. Maybe on a 4-hourly or something. Let's have a look. Yeah, just a little bit. Look at this. On a 4-hourly, and we actually broke the major support. Look at this major support. We broke that, and we're currently holding this as support. Seriously? Does anybody think this is going to hold? I don't. I absolutely do not think this is going to hold. Let's have a look at slightly higher time frame because I want to look at slightly higher 8 hours. No, we broke that. Look, we broke that support. My God. And people still think it's going to be bullish. And I see so many YouTubers and so many Twitter influencers literally, talking about how, oh, look, we're going high. No, look, this is the current area, which is the 44,000. Just call it 44, 43 something, right? Call it 44. This is the only area we do have some support based on this area here. And this area here formed. Can you see this? This is crazy, right? This is back in September. So this area of support formed in September. So if we do, I mean, we are going to fall. When we do, we come here. So let's see how that one works out. It's going to be pretty insane, pretty crazy. Belgian says, is the BNB launchpad and the Bybit launch all you do for quick pump and dumps? Or you do other things? No, those are the exact thing I do for quick pump and dumps on many exchanges. So it's not just those two. I obviously do it. I've talked about this many times. I do it on Huobi, I do it on Bybit, I do it on Binance, I do it on KuCoin, I do it on Crypto.com, I do it on MEXC, I do it on MEXC, yes. I do it on Gate.io and a few others as well. But the point is, when you do it, remember one thing, guys. The native token of the exchange is where you got to do this. Of course, there are other exchanges that also allow you to do this, but you got to do it in USDT. All right. So I'm only naming the ones that are very easy for you guys to enter. Also, what I do as well, sometimes if I've got assets that are sitting around doing nothing, I will look for the best APY, right? Some platforms offering, and I'll put it there. And I'll earn the highest amount of APY because I'm not going to do anything with it. I have a target. I want to sell it at a specific target, or I bought it because I want to hodl it, or I'm willing to, buy the dips while it goes down. Well, what's the point me buying the dips if my money's going to go down even further? Why don't I earn some APY? So there's multiple things that I do. Multiple things, and it doesn't matter whether it's the exchange tokens, exchange launch, these launch pads, or even just straight up USDT, farming some more USDT, and to some extent, even sometimes even GBP. I farm some more GBP as well if I have to. If the opportunity is there, I got to do that. Let's have a look at what's going on. Bubble says, I love when you say this is pathetic. But it is pathetic, isn't it? Absolutely pathetic. Come on, think about it, my brother. Think about it. You know, you see a lot of guys talking about a lot of stuff, right? But they're just hyping it, right? Because they have no idea what's going on. And I've seen it so many times, right? People are just trying to connect the dots. This pattern, Wyckoff pattern, that pattern, the doomed house pattern. Oh my God, how many more patterns are you going to throw at me? And then we've got other YouTubers who have been around the space for a donkey's years. They've been on, this is one of the guys. He used to be a Bloomberg guy, right? So he used to be on Bloomberg, the TV show. We've got another guy who used to be on CNBC. Can you imagine? These are anchors, right? These are guys people know very well, and millions of people have seen them. They get it wrong because all they're trying to do is connect dots. And I'm like, guys, if you don't know what to say, take a break. Take a break. Don't try to connect the dots and don't try and rally the group because you've got a losing trade. Because remember, their goal is obviously they have a whole bunch of subscribers. They managed to get there, and it took them many years, by the way. So don't be fooled. Just didn't do it like this. It took them time. They know exactly how to do it. So they got to that level. Once they got to that level, they use you guys to basically pump and dump their coins, which is fine. I'm not against that. Carry on, guys. By all means, do it if you can, right? And then what happens is they open up these trades because of all the free money they got, and they get it wrong. So what do they need? They need you to protect them when they get it wrong. And that's how they do it. So for me, I just look at them, I laugh. I'm like, you guys are such a joke because you clearly don't have an idea. You don't know what the hell is going on. You don't understand that the market, the probability, the balance of probability, like, think about it as a weight. When you stay above a certain line, then your probabilities are higher to stay up. When you're below a certain level, your probabilities are higher to go down at least lower. So that's how it is, right? So this is how we see certain things. El Bobu says people smoke opium. It's actually hopium with a H. Yes, a lot of people. This is the thing. Every time they see a bounce, right? So this is one of the biggest thing here, right? When people start seeing these little areas where they see these bounce, and they see, say for example, candle like this goes up again, they start to hope, yes, market's reversing back. Yes, look, the trend is about to reverse. And unfortunately, I'm going to say this is just a hypothetical number. This is not stats at all, right? This is not a fact at all. Maybe it is, I don't know, but I'm just saying it's just a hypothetical thing. In my opinion, I think 99% of the people in crypto smoke hopium at one point or another. They actually do smoke some hopium. They're like hoping, oh yeah, that's it. The market's going to go back up, right? Because the reason they do this is because they're not level-headed. They're not disciplined enough to say, well, look, if this goes here, I'm going to exit. If this goes here, I'm going to exit. They're just not, they're like, what if it goes back up again? That's hopium. Don't smoke it, And then you've got people who, as I said, who have influential power. They'll come in and say, no, guys, listen, it's going up. Look, the signal here is it's going up. The bull market is still on. This is a full-on bull market. You end up drinking hype juice. So what happens when you drink hype juice? Again, you're buying to protect whatever line they have, and you start pushing forward, but you're becoming bag holders while somebody else is exiting to you, because the market doesn't have liquidity. There's no liquidity in this market. When we talk about liquidity, we're talking about volume, literally volume, right? How much volume does this market have? And one of the problem we have is, if you look at this, 27 billion, there's no volume. Absolutely no volume. When you look at this, let's do this, right? 2.2 trillion, $88 billion volume. Come on, guys. Come on. That's just ridiculous. That's not even 10% for the entire market. It's wrong. That's what I'm seeing. Honestly, that's what I'm seeing. So I don't see this market giving us anything. I'm telling you, this market's not giving us anything. Yeah, so what? Fear looks okay. Doesn't make any difference. Yeah, we've got one or two coins doing fantastic. I mean, Luna has been strong. This whole round, Luna's been strong. This whole round, Luna has been pumping hard because while the market's bleeding, people have been converting the Luna into Terra USD. So Luna, exactly what it's supposed to do, has been doing this. People have been going into the USD version of Terra Luna, right? And that's what's pumping Luna. And I can assure you, the more people go into the USD, the more Luna will pump. You know, I mean, to the point, if everybody decided to just go into Terra USD because it's one of the safest bet right now, oh my God, Luna could be sitting at a couple of $100 easy. And remember when we bought Luna. That's all you got to remember on when we bought Luna. So yeah, a handful of coins doing okay, but again, doesn't make any difference to us. Absolutely no difference to us. You know, how bullish everything looks or how bearish everything looks, it doesn't make any difference to us. We're just looking at this data and we're saying, well, look, guys, we've been warned already of what's about to happen. We were warned on this particular day on the 18th of November. Of course, we had no confirmation, but finally we ended up getting those confirmation around this December. All right, around December the 1st, December the 2nd, December the 3rd, we got a full confirmation that, guys, we just broke the trend. And since then, we've just been coming down. And everyone's just hoping we go back up. But that's not happening. Come on, let's just be real with ourselves. I can tell you I'm sitting on a lot of USDT right now, ready to buy the freaking dip. And it's going to come. And it says, Salam, my brother. Salam, my brother. Nice to see you as well. KR, awesome, awesome. KR, we already talked about HTR right in the beginning of this thing, bro. Oh, you already caught up. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Is he at 15 cents scary? Is he at 15 cents scary? Why? Why would it be? Did you buy it later on or something? Shouldn't be buying. Remember, these are pump and dumps. Zero emotions. We go in, we play the pump, we hit that button, we sell, we get out. Full stop. You know? Even for me, if it goes to 15 cents, I'm still happy. Why? It's still 3x my money. Well, actually more than 3x my money. Because remember, they were 4 cents a coin. So if it's 4 cents a coin at 15 cents, that's like 2.5x. I mean, sorry, 3.5x. Yeah, some shit like that, basically. But profit's profit, man. Profit's profit. Take it. Don't fall in love with it. Take it. Who cares what it is? You know, these kind of projects, when I do these launch pads here, I don't care what they are. They could be gold, diamond, whatever, for all I care. I don't care what they are. You know, they could be a coin that's going to pump to $1 million. I don't care. I want my initial out ASAP. You know, no love there. No love there. Albin bought at 19. Well, Albin, if you bought at 19, bro, you gotta get out, man. Don't stick around. Don't stick around. Why would you even buy this damn thing? This is silly. This is one of the worst things you could ever do. Guys, please, 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 I'm gonna warn you now again, right? If you cannot control your emotion, right, or you don't understand what a pump and dump literally means, guys, don't buy. Because you're gonna be holding the bags, my brother. Remember, I'm very straight up with everybody. My target is to pump and dump the whole damn thing. There's nothing saying it's going to go to a pound or a dollar or 50 cents. Nothing saying that. And there's nothing telling us that it's not going to go back to 4 cents. So you have to weigh your risk and enter through that. If you've come in, say, for example, 10, 15 cents, whatever, 19 cents, and you went up to 25, 30 cents, dump. Get the hell out. Leave some profit there, but get the hell out. What's wrong with you? I can't show it here, but so far, from what I'm seeing, it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good at all. No, 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 that's bad. You should never buy again. You gotta wait for it. Albin, remember, when you enter these launch pads and this and that, and you pumped and you done so great, just wait for it. Give it a day or two. Wait for it to come back to you. But don't be the bag holder. Remember what I told you. You buy, you wait for the market to pump, you try, because you're never going to do it, by the way. You try to hit the highest price. You hit that button, get the hell out, sit back and wait and watch what it does. If it goes up, good luck. You're ready to go and do something else somewhere else. Rinse and repeat, bro. Rinse and repeat. Don't fall in love with it, man. Damn. Damn, damn, damn. Damn, damn, damn. Yeah, you should never do that. Never ever fall in love with the stuff like this. Ethereum looking cool as well. I do like Ethereum. Actually, I'm going to get into this one. Ethereum looking good as well. Looking very juicy in my opinion. Yeah, this is the chart we did the other day. Everything looking awesome. Everything looking freaking awesome. I love it. I'm waiting for Ethereum actually. So BTC, I'm not that fast. I know BTC is going to come and bounce here. I do have some buy orders around here. And as I said to you guys, if it doesn't hit my buys, I don't really care. Let it roll. But Ethereum, I'm hoping for a big one here. I'm hoping for Ethereum to give me a decent dip here. If BTC collapses, Ethereum could potentially give us this $2,879 of a dip. So this is my target, and I do have a significant amount sitting on this particular zone as a buy order. Of course, again, if it doesn't happen, I don't really care, but I do want to pick up some here, knowing that if the market did collapse, it could easily come back, probably even go down here, this $1,200 level. Again, it's great, but I would start my personally, so I would start dollar cost averaging from here because I do believe that Ethereum could see a strong support based on how many institutions are interested in it, right? So this is a target area for me to pick up as much as I can. And then if it starts bleeding, I'll probably dollar cost average in up to around here. I don't think it's going to go anything below this. If it did, great. That's another bonus and basically go and sell something and pick up some more. But that's what I'm targeting. Ethereum, definitely. It's on my small radar, I'm telling you. More than BTC, by the way. But that's because I already have enough. So I'm not really fussed about BTC over there. Um, Albin says, to be honest, I bought when everyone said it may go to. Why, man? Why, bro? So that means you smoked the opium and you drank some hype juice. It's okay to be optimistic, but if you react to the optimism, you are literally falling for the hype. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Yeah, no, Alvin, that was bad. That was bad. You should never ever react to what people tell you. You have a rule, you stick to that rule. You say you're going to sell at that price, you sell at that price. You say you want to pump and dump regardless what price it is, you should be only pumping and dumping regardless what price it is. At any moment in that conversation that we've all had, I don't think anyone ever mentioned they're going to buy any. So you shouldn't have bought any either because it was a pure pump and dump. Belgian says, you missed my question. Belgian, what was your question, my brother? Let me go back and see where your question is. You know, I can't see the thing. Hold on. You know, half the time I can't see the chat properly, bro. So can you please tell me what your question was again? What was your question? Let me see. Hold on. Let me see what your question was. Guys, if you're new to the channel, smash those like, hit that subscribe, join the community. Let me see what Belgian says. Missed your question. Let's see. No, Belgian, you said, so Belgian George says, is the BNB launch pad and the Bybit launch all you do for quick pump and dumps, or do you do other things? And I clearly answered that question, my brother. So I think you missed it for some odd reason, but yes, I did answer that. I said I play every single launch pad there is in their native currencies, obviously, and I literally don't. So it's an opportunity. I call it free money. It comes to me. I don't take anything. I literally just increase that portfolio by joining the pump, dumping as soon as it launches, moving on, doing something else, and I don't even care what it is. And at some stage later on in the future, I might even pick them up. But I have answered that question, bro. And I actually added more to it as well. That I have done plenty of other stuff. Well, I do plenty of other stuff as well. So yeah, hope that just it's there. It's there. Trust me, it's there. Yeah, I mean, loads of coins. Who was that guy? There was someone here yesterday or day before yesterday. Sorry, someone was like, "It's gonna go and hit that price." You know, I was like, "Wow, genius." Remember, a few days ago, he was like, "Oh, it's gonna hit that price tonight." Okay, fine, you're a genius. So, sadly for him, it's at 175 now. So I just hope he didn't long. There was someone who wanted to short BTC, And I did mention something about shorting BTC the other day. Actually, I said it could go as high as a certain level and then it could dump to a certain level. I think we hit those targets. So I think we did okay on that one. So I don't know where he is, but hope he's kept his money and he didn't really. He had a good stop loss on it basically. But yeah, I mean, it did what it needed to do. Gritty says, I never sell. I mess up through fear of tax events like Luna. Is it a sell on a pump or a hold? Bro, Gritty, Luna has always been a hold. Luna, I don't know, KR, when did we buy Luna? Because I can't remember. I remember it was a few dollars when we bought Luna. Again, selling is not a problem. Listen, when you sell your Luna or sell your BTC or sell whatever, it's not a problem as long as you sell it back to crypto because you're basically just moving it around. The only time you got to pay your taxes is when you come back to your bank or your fiat. You haven't taken profit. When you sell, you haven't taken your profit. I don't know why people get confused with this. When you enter crypto, you enter with, say, $100. The only time you pay tax is when you come back to your physical money. Your fiat money, your government issued money, or your country's sovereign issued money. Until then, you're still in crypto. So if 100 now becomes 1,000 or 10,000 or 20,000, bro, you're still in crypto. So don't panic about that stuff, bro. It's USDT, my brother, USDT. But Luna, I remember, I think it was $3 or $5 something. I'm sure Kea can answer this one for me. Right now, my head is not screwed on as it normally is. So even though I am okay, you know, I was laughing and smiling, but my mind is not screwed on properly. Trust me, it's all over the place right now. So many different shit going on in my head. But yeah, Luna we picked up like I think it was like $3, $4, $5, something like this. Very cheap, very cheap. You know, and everybody, every time someone asks me, you can see some of my old videos as well. Every time someone asks me about Luna, I was like, buy and hold, forget about it. Just buy and forget about it. Buy and forget about it. I mean, SM's here. SM can answer this question. He knows me from like almost day one, I believe, right? And it's the same thing I've said to everybody. It's a you buy Luna, you forget about it. You buy Luna, you forget about it. So, but again, now Luna's at $80. You asking me this question, unfortunately, I have to give you a complete different answer to everything I've ever said to anyone before, right? So, Gritty, the answer I have to give to you is, bro, I don't know. Now I can't give you that. There was a time when I said to everybody, you buy and you forget. And regarding Luna, I can't say that now because the market is not the same as it was 2 months ago, 3 months ago, even a year ago. So you see what I mean? At this time, there's a lot of questions I can't answer the way I would answer 6 months ago. So I hope this kind of makes sense. Chris here, also my brother. Hi, when you see a coin and it has a 3x or 5x next to it, what does that mean? How does it work? Okay, so Chris is here. Chris, nice to see you, my brother. A 3x or 5x. So if I know what you're talking about. You're talking about centralized exchange coins, right? So a centralized exchange, they will show up a pair like a, BTC to USD or XRP to USD or, BNB to USD or whatever, right? And you see just below on the side of the pair, the right hand side of the pair, it would say 3x or 5x. This usually means you can do a leverage trade, right? So your margin trading, you can do a 3 times margin or a 5 times margin on that. They also might have other coins called up or down. Those ones are for the options, so you can actually options trade it as well by doing it up or down. So if it says, like, for example, BTC up, that's an obviously that means a call, and the other one would be a put, right? So it's a very similar way of doing it on the exchanges. So when you see a 3x, means you can do a 3 times margin trade on it just from the direct from the thing, unless you change the setting. So by default there will be like 3x or 5x, but you can go and change it to an isolated margin and do whatever you want. So I hope this kind of answers your question. It's just showing you how high you can do a margin trade on that. Simple way, right? Gritty says, what about if you sold to fiat on exchange because I didn't have a clue what I was doing? Again, as long as it doesn't come to your bank, you're not liable to pay taxes. Ask your accountant. I'm not a financial advisor or an accountant, but ask them. The only time you're liable to pay taxes is when it comes back to you. In an exchange, it hasn't come back to you. It needs to get to your bank before it gets back to you. So only time you are liable for taxes is when it comes to your bank. Because in an exchange, it's a trading exchange. Of course, you're getting ready for another exchange. Because your entry wasn't Bitcoin or Ethereum. Remember this. When you entered the crypto sphere, you entered the exchange. So if you put $100 into exchange, and then you stay around that exchange, different coins and whatever, and you make $10,000 now, well, you're still in the exchange. So you don't pay it until you come out of the exchange. Does that make sense to you? Because if that was the case, bro, people will never make money in this game. Crypto, stocks, or whatever, you'll never make money. You only pay when you come out. Because the exchange is technically your gateway into an investment. So you can't really be investing if you've got to pay taxes every time you take a fart. Come, bro. That would be bloody hilarious, right? So, yeah. Belgian says, never mind, I missed your answer. No worries, my brother. It's okay. I'm trying to answer everybody, all the questions as they're coming. So fire away, no worries. I'm trying to answer them as they come. And Chris, I hope your one was answered. I hope you got your answer so you know exactly what's going on. Don't, you know, those numbers, don't worry too much about them. It's just, as I said, leverage. You can do some leverage. Gritty says, yeah, man, thank you. Awesome. No problem, my brother. So I hope this kind of makes sense to you. You know, there are certain things that we feel pressured and we think, you know, kind of, we shouldn't be thinking, but we just kind of think for ourselves and we think too much. Sometimes it's not necessary, just simplicity. You enter, you make money, you stay, you don't pay nothing. You come out, that's when you pay. Your fiat is your enemy. Remember this. Your governments, your countries, your worlds, your fiat money, your GBP, your euro, your USDT, that's who the enemy is. And very soon, the CBDC, central bank digital currency, will also be your enemy because they're going to be tracking every move you do. So crypto, luckily for us, we can do whatever, even though it's an open source ledger. Can you imagine crypto, how powerful it is? Completely open to the world. You know, you can go on the blockchain and verify every single coin in every single wallet. And yet, right, yet you can do whatever you want and there's nobody there to mess with you. Chaos says, when did we buy Luna? You tell me, bro. I'm asking you. Chris says, aha. Knew the options, not the leverage. Thanks, not my expertise, so not doing any of that until I've researched it others. Cheers. Yes, I mean, look, as I said, there is a time. We can talk about, like, you know, options like put and calls. Definitely we can talk about. There's futures there as well, so you can do futures as well. But again, remember, they just indicators. It's just however they put the tickers, and some tickers in some exchanges are completely different as well. So you'll experience a lot of this. It's a learning curve, but as long as the first 3 or 4 digits, so for example, if it says USDT, it is USDT. If it says BTC, it is BTC. Right? Sometimes you might find an extra letter or number added on. Don't worry too much about that. Like it would say BTCX, or sometimes it would say BTC20, right? Don't worry about those. Ignore those. Just the first few letters is the most important thing. Can you look at DOT? Of course I can look at DOT, my brother. Again, DOT, I'm not looking too much. You all know I'm waiting for DOT to come down on a nice little dip so I can pick up DOT. I mean, DOT, wow. Wow, guys, I'm looking at this and all I can do is just say, wow. I mean, look at this channel, how it's been holding this channel. Wow, amazing. Amazing. But one thing I have to say, look, it fell below this line. That's it. You know what I mean? I mean, it had its chance. So DOT had its chance to reverse here, basically. However, because look, the market structure currently is pointing down. So the market wants to go down. DOT is also coming down. It doesn't matter how many billion you put into it, it's going to come down. And all I can see is DOT either now planning to come back down to this line. And if it does, my God, this is a bargain for me. So this is where I would love to load up a little bit more. So I'll definitely put a buy order around this $10, $11, around this specific bottom here. Just as a thing, if, you know, obviously, as long as the market is still moving forward. If the market's not, then it could easily come back down here. Again, you'd be shocked, but this is the reality. a coin could easily come back down to where it started. Do you know that? So in the market, when it goes up, yeah, it goes up from $1 to 1,000. Yeah, happy days. It could come back to $1 again. This is the market. It's a part of the cycle. But that's where smart money end up making money and dumb money end up holding bags and losing money because they don't take their money out. Whenever you get opportunities, always take your profit. And if you don't want to take your profit, then guess what? You can say, I never took profit. Take your freaking initial out because that's what you need. How are you going to buy these dips if you don't take your initial investments out? My God. I know I told you guys so many times that I'll be the enemy. That's fine. I'm okay to be the enemy here for telling you to take your initial out, for you not making that 100x that everybody else is promising, for you to not make that 1000% or 1000x that everybody else is saying. But you have your initial, whereas in those people don't have anything right now. Go and see how much noise they're making. None. None. So while the market was moving up, they were all geniuses. Guys, you're going to make 1000x, you're going to make 100x, you're going to make this. And I was saying, guys, focus on taking your initial out. Now you know that you took your initial out. If you did, you're laughing. This market doesn't even bother you because you're not invested in it. I love this market. Love this market. But yeah, I mean, simple dot. There's nothing much to see here, dot. Again, as I said, look, if you're looking at dot, this is where it should have bounced. It didn't bounce. I'm not fast. Looking at this, you know, we've broken the trend. Look, guys, we've smashed, annihilated that trend. Right, we've gone past that trend area where we would have had some support. Right, this would have been our support. So we've gone past that. Now we're just looking towards to come down this side. So let's see what happens anyway. Let's not worry too much about it. Gritty says, sorry, bro. I asked before. Can you check out research pre? It's some kind of a tokenized search engine. Yes, of course. It's called Presearch. And I actually use it. It's actually, so it's based on Chromium. It's similar to Brave. And what they did was they created this kind of a research, like a reward system, right? It's called Presearch anyway. And they wanted to, yeah, there it is. They wanted to kind of tokenize people for using this, but I can tell you this much: it's an utter failure. It's just a similar kind of a copy to Brave. You might as well just use Brave. I use Brave all the time. A lot of people can't even be bothered. Most people, when they see Presearch, they think it's some sort of a parking sign or something. The label, the branding, everything is wrong about this. Yes, they did some great stuff. You know, they wanted to come out and, you know, but yeah, you know, if you, I don't know if you use them, you need to use them to really see how bad they are. The idea was great. I'll be honest with you. The idea was great. But yeah, everything about them was just a complete flop. So I will personally avoid them. You know, I'm not going to fall into the hype. I don't own any of these tokens. I'll be honest with you. Absolutely zero tokens. Okay, so this is what they are. Okay, so it seems like they've upgraded a few bits and bobs, but I don't use any of this stuff. It's all, you know, people can do what they want. Look, Brave backed. You can't Brave and you know, you can't go wrong with Brave. I mean, this is Brave. Come on, this is Brave. It's done properly, and as I said, it's the same technology done slightly different. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not gonna say too much about it. But looking at the market, I mean, if you do want to look at the market structure, yeah, we can talk about the market structure. In fact, let me see if I can bring pre here. Give me a second. Yeah, there we go. We've got one on KuCoin. Let's try this. Yeah, this is Presearch, right? So yeah, so far looking good. So far looking good from where they've been, what they've been doing, looking awesome. But again, yeah, I'll be quite cautious about, you know, if you're in it, then again, focus on your initial investment. Don't worry. Listen, they're all great projects. This one could easily come one day and basically go to the moon, right? But why would you want to miss the opportunity? And listen to me carefully what I'm saying. We are here today. Why would you want to miss the opportunity to buy it here? So I'm not saying oh, it's going to go up to here. I'm saying you're going to get an opportunity to pick it up here again. Why would you want to miss that opportunity by buying here and becoming a bag holder while it comes here, and then I will buy here and then I will sell back here? You're still broken even. I've just made all that money. Why would you want to miss that opportunity? So patience, my brother, patience. Patience. But Brave is really good actually. BAT token, remember, BAT is fantastic. I use Brave new liquid coin, fantastic coin. Grit is laughing. So yeah, there are plenty of coins here. You know, I can just talk on the fly basically because I do know about them. I have used them myself, but pre-search is yeah, one of those ones. It doesn't matter how much they tell me, it just doesn't work. And as you can see, I mean, by the way, you know when the reason Brave or BAT token is more successful, the creators of Brave is actually the same guys from Mozilla, right? So these are already Mozilla developers who wanted to create something in a complete different, unique way. And the reason Brave actually works is because the revenue or the advertisers who want to advertise on your content actually end up paying you. So, right, this is so funny. Check this out. So we're using Brave, right? So this is Brave. So I'm on Brave right now. This is all whatever I've been saving or whatnot. There are people here literally putting ads. So there are guys putting ads, these guys. And you know what the funny thing is? Those guys down here, I'm not even seeing them unless I scroll down. Look, they're there, right? Like this guy, he's got an ad here, right? These guys are probably gonna, you know, they're paying me. I'm not joking. Crypto.com is paying me through Brave, and every month I receive BAT tokens which come to my account. They are paying me for putting an ad here. How hilarious is that? I get paid to see this on my home screen. It's crazy, and this is why it works. Crypto.com are going to be paying Brave browser for this ad. Brave browser shares the revenue with me, the guy who's using the browser anyway. It's just crazy. It's mental. And on top of that, you know, if you use like YouTube and this and that on Brave, did you know you can tip the person directly? So if you use Brave and you go to YouTube, you can actually set it up to reward people that you browse most frequently or anything like this. It's freaky, man, but it's lovely. And this is one of the reasons why it works. I'm actually earning fairly because I've until recently I wasn't using Brave for everything. I'm normally a DuckDuckGo guy, I'll be honest with you. So I'm very privacy concerned. But I do use Brave, and I just like the simplicity how it works instead of Google. So there's a lot of products out there that work really well with Google, and for me to use that same kind of you know, ease of use, I had to get something that's almost similar to Chrome without the Chrome nonsense there, and built on Chrome. So this one was built on Chromium. So this is one of the reasons why I just like it, because it just works just like as if you were going to use Chrome for everything. And I get rewarded. I get rewarded. So yeah, I've been earning some money off these guys. They've been sending me some decent bats pretty much every month without a miss so far. And they have partnered with a few centralized exchanges as well. Of course, I'm sure they're doing some data share, but who cares? There's nothing here to see. It's not like I'm going to some naughty sites or anything like this. What you're going to see my crypto stuff, good luck. You know, you're not really going to get everything. And I know I'm protected with this. That's the reason why I do prefer this more. And again, my chat is bogged. Brave it is. Yes, no, Brave browser, fantastic. And as I said, basic attention token BAT. It's a great project. It's been one of those projects since 2017. It had a $40 million ICO as well, $40 million ICO. And they've done fantastic anyway. They've done fantastic. Yasmin says, no financial advice. She says, not asking for financial advice, of course, but is and perhaps Cardano or Polkadot are potentially good choice to buy when the dips where buy the dips of when the time comes, right? Yes. Gritty, how about H bar? Yes, H bar too. So the argument here is very simple. It's not about being selective of which coin, like the top five, top six, or top seven. None of that business, right? So we're not going to be selective. We're going to be open armed, very friendly with every one of these projects. And all we're saying is when the time comes, all we have to do is literally go to CoinMarketCap or CoinGecko, go refresh that page, go stay on this first page because this is the top 100. That's it. That's all we have to look for. Because what you'll find is out of this top 100, if you stick to the top 50, for example, those companies have the biggest amount of monetary value locked into them, the biggest amount of decentralization based on number of users. That's all we need. We just need to know the project isn't going to vanish. And look, H bar's here as well. So the argument here is not about which is a good project, which is a bad project. They're all bad projects, right? When they make you money, they're good. And when they go down, they're all bad. Simple, right? Let's just put it this way. But there's going to be so many that are going to completely collapse and vanish off the face of the earth. I want to know I'm not holding one of those, or I'm not planning to buy one of those. So in order for me to check this, best way for me to do this is to stick to the top 50, the top 20 is better. Or even if I want to be a little bit more risky, top 100. That's it. Anything in the top 100 is a good bet for the next round. You know what I mean? Of course, some may fail, some might take time, some may be very slow, some might not do anything, and some might just surprise you. So you never know what you're going to pick up. So it is kind of crazy, but it does happen. I'm telling you, it does happen. So yes, when the time is right, we're going to look for the ones that are still here on the top 100. We don't want to be chasing anything that's down, was on top 100, now vanished to the page 1000. Oh, look, guys, we got the biggest discount. We got 1,000% less than where we were before. No, it's 1,000% less. That's the key word here. 1,000% means it's never coming back. So, you just got to sometimes stay away from those, you know. But as I said, look, on this channel, I've talked about this so many times about market structures and, how the market patterns work, right? Sometimes the patterns are just staring at you. And I hope nobody here on this particular group, on this particular channel, the subscribers, have not suffered any losses. And even if they have, then they know exactly how to navigate this. For example, if you've suffered a loss and you're holding the coin, remember one thing: it's your digital asset. As long as the coin is good, there is always a chance it will come back. Of course, it might take 6 months, it might take a year, it might even take 2 years, historically speaking. But it can always come back at least. And when it does come back to your previous buying price, when you break even, hold on, because that's when you're going to go up a little bit more. Okay, so remember this. When the market's going down, don't dump for a loss. When you break even, don't exit, because that's when it's got a more likelihood of actually going back up again and actually doing something else. So, as I said, no financial advice. Don't worry, at Yasmin, soon we will pump big. Awesome, awesome. All right. So yeah, market's doing its thing. Have a look at this data here. Oh, by the way, guys, I haven't refreshed this in the last 2 days. I've literally, last time I streamed was when I opened this, and now I'm opening it now. I'm not joking. I have not even touched this for the past few days. 75,000 guys got liquidated. 191 million, not much. And look who's getting liquidated now. So there was a time when the bulls were getting wiped, and now the bears are getting wiped. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And do you know what? They're getting hurt. The bulls and bears are literally being affected or manipulated, is the right word, I believe. It's the same group of people doing it. So when the bulls are getting wiped out, the same group of people are wiping them out. It's not the bears. And when the bears are getting wiped, it's the same people. Understand this? It's the same group of people who are hunting leverage traders. They're just hunting your coins. You think they're going to give you free money for nothing? Free leverage? Oh, guys, look, come and put 1 BTC down for a trade. We'll give you 10 more. Do you think they're giving you 10 more for free? And the biggest culprits are the exchanges themselves. I'll tell you this. You're playing right into their hands. Anyways, each to their own. Grayscale still looking bearish. I'm not going to talk about those. Still looking bearish. We talked about this. Let's have a look at ViewBase and see what's going on. How many coins coming in and out. So it seems to be increasing. So a few days ago it was about 1,000 something. Now it's about 2,900. So it's increasing. More and more coins are coming into exchanges. Anything could happen. That's what I'm going to say. Anything could happen. Why? Because we already know what's going to happen. We should be 2 steps ahead, and we already know what should be happening right now based on just one fact, which is this here, that we're below the 200-day moving average. And everything is indicating that we want to come and test this zone here. So that test is coming. That test is definitely coming. Yeah, 43, 42, something like this. It's definitely coming. Let's see what happens anyway. I'm going to have a buy order at that time. I'll probably, yeah, a very small buy order, not too big. Let's see what happens. And it says, I am waiting for a good discount. Then I will buy big bags this year. No, you want to buy big bags in 2022. Maybe even 2023. So patience, my friend. Remember one thing, right? If you've missed something, don't chase it. Wait for it. It'll come back to you. Okay? There's 2 rules, right? It's very simple. You missed the boat, just take the next boat. It doesn't matter if it's the same boat or a different boat or even a bloody canoe. It doesn't matter. Just take the next boat. The only people who control the boats are the institutions. When they miss the boat, they call it back. Boat leaves you, right? You get onto anything you find, anything that floats, you're fine. Okay? That's your boat. When institutions miss the boat, they pull the boat back. Okay? But then there's a pro and a con to that. Institutions have the level of control to pull the boat back. So it's like, oh, you don't miss, you don't, no, you don't leave without me, you take me with you. Fine. You jump onto a canoe, you carry on slowly, you're the little one, you can get wiped out with the waves or whatever. I'm just trying to give an analogy here. But sometimes what we do is quite unique because, like, for example, the launch pad, we jump onto any boat. So we're like hopping on top of many boats. So rather than staying too long on one boat and risk getting drowned, all right, or risk not having enough space or not having enough volume, not enough power, we hop boat to boat. We never take that risk. So our risks are minimized. And that's one way we actually end up making percentage-wise more money than the institutions. So yeah, by all means, if you miss the boat, jump on anything that floats, my brother. Gritty says the Kraken rises from the deep to wipe everyone out. Kraken exchange is a brilliant exchange. Canadian exchange, fantastic exchange. It's one of the oldest ones I've used as well. Jesse Powell, he's a very nice guy. He's one of the oldest guys in the crypto sphere. One of the owners, founders of Kraken as well. No, not entirely. You see, the thing, yes, I mean, what you're saying about the Kraken, yes. If we're going to talk about fairy tales, definitely, you know, we need to take everything with a pinch of salt. All right, like what you said about the Kraken, beautiful, because the thing is the market's pumping, the boat's left, right? For example, the Bitcoin boat left, right? It's left the docks. The institutions call it back. They're jumping on. They're like, we gotta be on this. Fine. And then Kraken comes in and takes it all. Everybody's lost. Us lot jumping on these little canoes and doing our little thing. We're fine. It doesn't bother us. We might be small, right? We might be very, very small. But we're like the surfers, right? But we're just kind of different. We're not just a surfer on a surfboard. We're a surfer on anything that floats. We got the perfect balance. You just hop, hop, hop. Doesn't matter what it is, how big the wave is. Doesn't matter. We're here for you. Oh man, I've never been surfing, by the way. That would be awesome. So SM says, when is it the best time to get into brand new coins during bear or bull market? Brand new coins, pump and dump every other week, bro. Every other week. There's no bull market, there's no bear market. Pump and dump whenever you can. You buy it before the launch, you dump it after the launch. Any season, you always make money. You always make money. Okay, so remember this, yeah, when you're doing a pump and dump, fresh brand new coin, any season, any season. And the safest ones, obviously, this is why I'm trying to navigate you guys. Yes, there are other coins out there where we can take risk, but the safest ones for you are on the centralized exchanges, unfortunately. Okay, the centralized exchanges will always have the safest coin vetted, or whatever you want to call it, right? And it's a little bit of a better gamble to take. So I will personally stick to those, and that's what I personally do anyway. So, as I said, any day, exchange coins, brand new, fresh coin, get in, make the money, get the hell out. During the okay, uh, I heard the Kraken was a conglomerate of whales. Yes, why not? I mean, they became whales because end of the day they were early Bitcoin investors, and now they're big. You know what I mean? So yeah, I mean they're actually considered one of the biggest. I know they don't come up on when you search for the biggest exchanges. They don't really show up, but actually they're one of the earliest and one of the biggest from back in 2012. So yeah, Kraken's been around for some time. They have their own ways of trading. So yeah, swim with the whales unnoticed, surfing in the nuts, mate. Try it. Oh my, oh my. Yes, absolutely. Swim with the whales, bro. Swim with the whales. But just trying to make something. Obviously, we're going to take a whole, we're going to do analogy over analogy here. But the point I was trying to make, right? For us, if we know we can bounce on certain things and we can, cross without ever getting wet or without dipping our feet in something, without taking too much risk, it's a good thing. Like SM asked, when is it a good time to buy these new coins before the token generation event? Yeah, exactly. You buy them before the token generation event. As soon as the token generation event happens, dump the whole thing and get the hell out. Unless you're participating in different kind of projects. So for example, if you are participating in a project that you are a initial investor, you are more like a VC, right? You got the first dibs on it, and you say, okay, I'm going to wait for 2 years, and it's a legit project that says, okay, for the next 2 years, there's a vesting period or whatever. You're actually the investor in that. Those projects you hold for 2 years. You've got no choice. Because even if the token is generated, if it's got a vesting schedule, you can't. But remember, anything on an exchange doesn't have a vesting schedule. So those ones, you dump. The second it opens up, you dump and get the hell out. Okay? So easiest way to play this game basically. It doesn't matter what season it is, whether it's summer, winter, whatever, day, night, 24/7, it doesn't matter. You know, I mean, yesterday I think MEXC. Sorry, I always get their name messed up. The way they named it. Why the hell did they name it like this? Anyway, MEXC. I think last night they did three or four they did new Kickstarter projects, right? And then this afternoon, when Izzy launched on Bybit, there was a 30 minute delay. And I like the delay because what happened, I noticed, is on Bybit, it went all the way to 90 cents. Fine. It started dumping all the way to like 16, 17 cents. And then what happened, 30 minutes later, MEXC opened up and boom, it just shot back up and stabilized it. And I was like, wow. So this is something, again, you can do a lot of the times. It's like you can play multiple exchanges at the same time simultaneously as long as they're launching. And I don't do many, but as I said, whatever opportunities I get, it's all about increasing the exchange token balance as much as possible. For example, Bybit token, I do want to pick up some more, and I've promised myself if Bybit token goes to around $1, I will pick up a whole bunch of them because I love these little pumps. I love these little, and especially with the fresh new exchange. By the way, there's a reason why I'm so bullish on Bybit, right, or BitDAO token. and Bybit right now. And back in the days, I mean, I've been using Bybit for a very long time since they launched, but I've never been so bullish on them or their token. Actually, you can't use this. Yeah. So I've never been too bullish on them, right? This is the truth. Um, until recently. Why? Because they've recently started launching all of those new coins. Because back in the days, all they had was Bitcoin and Ethereum and XRP, and I think they had Litecoin. That's all they had. They started off with like 2, 3 coins, as did most of the other exchanges. So that's a fact that we cannot deny. Majority of the exchanges that are currently seen, they didn't launch with 100 or 1,000 different coins. They only launched with like 1 or 2 coins. And because of this, there was really nothing there to offer. And they were mostly a leverage trading platform. Now they're doing spot trading, and they're getting more and more people involved. That's why I'm jumping on this. All right, that's why. Even if this is an old coin, they're launching it. I know someone's gonna pump it just based on the fact that it's launching. I'm looking for every single one of those opportunities. MEXC, why did I jump onto that? It's a shitcoin exchange. Why? Because of the same reason. KuCoin, same reason. I could have stuck to the main 1 or 2 and said, oh, forget those, they have nothing. But I stuck to I've done the little ones as well, because I can see that there's coins coming back, launching there. Fresh coins launch. That's the key. When you figure out that, okay, I'm getting fresh coins, these are all participating in this. And the more exchanges adopt a specific coin, the coin also has a good chance as well. So there's plus and everything, but the key is to take your initial out as soon as you can, right? That's the key here. Let's see what. Give me a sec. Belgian says, "Do you answered this question in the call we had, but just for a recap, what do you look for to invest in long-term hold coins?" I think I answered this here today as well. So if you look up when Yasmin asked me a question, I did answer the same thing. Sorry guys, my bloody stupid phone just died. Um, when Yasmin asked me, I said the same thing as well. I'm looking for money. I'm looking for how much money is invested in these projects. So if I'm looking at my top 100, so this number 1 page, top 100 or top 50 or even top 20, right? The higher the rank, the more money is invested in it. I'm looking for the money, because the more money and the more users means more decentralized, less potential of this thing dumping down and vanishing with my money. That's what I'm looking for. So yes, there are many other questions that we did talk about the other day, and I can answer all of those as well here. But just in short, I did answer this already. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for coins with the biggest amount of money, biggest amount of investors, the largest amount of wallets, right? Knowing that that coin is not going to vanish on me. Because it's not about how low, how high, whatever. Remember, none of this matters. What matters is this coin still here for you? Because if this coin vanishes, you're gone. Do you know what I mean? If this coin vanishes, then you've just lost all your money. So do we want to plug our money into something like that? No. We want to plug it into where everybody else is plugging it into. Literally, kind of like follow the whales or follow the institutions. Basically, follow the money, right? So that's where, listen, you want to keep your money safe, but you're not happy to leave it in a bank because you think the bank could easily collapse. They're too commercialized, XYZ. You don't want to leave it in your house because you think your house is going to get robbed or XYZ. And institutions do the same thing. Well, where do they put it? In a safe, on a vault. Well, if you want to keep your money safe, well, what do? Go and put it in a vault. If they're choosing a vault to keep their prized possessions inside, then there must be something different about a vault than your bank or anything else. You follow that, right? And vaults are quite cheap, and safe deposits boxes are opening up everywhere. They're actually quite cheap to have as well. That's where you put your prize positions. There's a reason why they actually operate. You see what I mean? So you just got to, as I said, sometimes you just got to think that, okay, if they're doing this, we can also do this. All right. I've answered this question many, many times, my brother. But I hope we answered it again. We just don't want to go on and on repeat, same thing over again. But it is what it is. End of the day, it is what it is. There's nothing we could do about that. When we look at the markets, it's doing its thing. Nothing we could do about that. Just basically chill, relax, let it do its thing, and then we see where it goes. But yeah, this December, um, you know, pretty much playing similar to 2017 and this and that as well. I know a lot of people get really excited. It's like, oh, guys, look, market's pumping, and we're gonna have this altcoin season. We're gonna have this, big bull run. We're gonna go to 100K. We're gonna go to whatever, right? A lot of people say these things, right, guys? Fact is something else. Remember, I don't think it's going to happen. That's just my personal opinion. Obviously, I don't think it's going to happen. I think this is probably it. And as I mentioned before as well, I think I mentioned this last month as well, that we could potentially be in a bearish situation for anything like 2 3 months to all the way to 6 months, possibly even longer. Of course, by that time the market's going to be so low. That's when you're going to find out that, oh, guys, we're actually in a bear market. And I've been warning you guys for some time now. Skin and Bones said something. He said, hope you understand the question. So SHIB, for example, when it was at its all-time high, it was barely on the chart. But now it is below its all-time high. Still, why is it much higher on the chart now? No. You're wrong. I understood your question exactly. I understood your question exactly, and I'm going to explain your question to you so well. You're going to love this one. So this is what happened with SHIB. Okay, so we're looking at SHIB right now, and I want you to understand how SHIB works. Okay, so currently SHIB is at rank number 13. Okay, forget the fully market cap right now is at $17 billion. $17 billion for whatever the coins are. And your question is it was so low and it's so high. No, it wasn't at all-time high when you thought it was at all-time high. Okay, let me show you this, right? And also during that particular time there was a few other situations involved. I'm going to try and bring it here. Give me a second. Let's see if we can find one a little bit early, because there is one a little bit earlier. I'm looking for that particular one. In fact, actually, no, I can't show it here. Let me show it to you here, because I do have that chart here. And I just want to kind of show you something, basically. So this is where you thought the all-time high happened. So this is this was the all-time high. So anyway, let's just talk about this, right? So before this, SHIB actually has another chart that has this data where it's flatline, nothing. And then SHIB had this pump. And we did this pump as well. And then we dumped, and then we continued again. Now, during this particular time, is when SHIB literally hit the news. The first time SHIB pumped. Vitalik Buterin, this Buterin, that Buterin. And this is when they did the India COVID-19 relief. Now, during this time, there was only 50% of the supply available to the public, and the other 50% was available to Vitalik Buterin in his wallet. I don't know if you knew about this. So what happened was basically, obviously Vitalik had it for the COVID-19 pandemic. We hit the all-time high. He had around $8-9 billion worth in his own wallet. He decided to donate $1 billion to the India COVID-19 relief organized by the Matic founders, right? So there's a lot more drama to this. And that's what he did. And that caused, during that time, we had the massive crash. So we crashed all the way down and dumped all the way down here. Fine. Everything's all jolly good. Part of the story. We know it's part of history. This is what happened. Then things got a really complicated. Let me put it this way. So we had $1 billion worth of coins now suddenly available back to the market. Okay. So it's available back to the market. And then he had, what's his name? Vitalik Buterin had the remainder obviously still available. What he did then was send that to a burn wallet to destroy that. Okay, so that's how something else funny happened, which was this here, where this supply here, where is it? Yeah, this supply here was actually different. So this was showing at 3 point something, whatever trillion that was, right? It was showing around, just say 4. This number changed as well. It increased as the total supply because now the total available was higher than what we had before. Does that make sense, right? But the same time, the Matic founders started to, sorry, not Matic founders, the SHIB founders, they started to create other systems to start burning them. Now, SHIB works in a complete different way to what a lot of people think. So for that, you have to literally go to, what's it called? Uh, I think it's this one. Let's try this. Let's try this, guys. Should be Shiba Swap. I think so. Let's try and see. Yes, it's this one. So SHIB works in a very mysterious ways. Again, thanks to the founders or the token creators, how they created this. So this is really, really insane, right? So you know how we do yield farming, like you put one token and you get another. Well, here you can get bone tokens for providing liquidity with your SHIB token and get other stuff, right? Here, for example, berry, that's like locked. You call it berry, right? Portfolio. I mean, there's a lot more. Anyway, that's the argument here is they have bone, leash, and SHIB. Currently, bone, leash, and SHIB. Also, they have their own blockchain. But let's talk about bone, leash, and SHIB. In order for you to get bone and leash, you have to kind of lock and burn some of your I believe you have to burn some of your SHIB to get that, and that SHIB just goes away. Then what happens is, if you want to get just the leash, you have to literally destroy and mint the leash. So one coin goes out of existence, and another coin then becomes comes into the existence. And all this is doing is reducing SHIB as fast as possible to get to the stage where basically SHIB supply is down and more the value of the coin keeps on increasing. So obviously the more coins that are available in the market right now, it's being reflected here. So you can see that current available circulating supply is this many SHIB. That's circulating supply, and the current valuation is at $17 billion for this number of coin, which is, as I said, it was 3 something and now it's 4.9. So we've got more coins, but the coins are in circulation, and the circulation is valued at this. So even though the price is down, this is giving you a good indicator. If SHIB decides to just flip a little bit, then this number could easily go to 30, 40, 50, 60 billion dollars, easy peasy. Because now the circulation is big, and also the circulation is big because I forgot this. A lot of those coins that was being held by the big whales has been dumping and filtering down back to the people, and now we have a much more decentralized ecosystem than we had before. Let's see what else we got now. So yes, I understood your question, Skill and Bones. I understood, and I hope you understood what I was about to say. I know I probably went on forever, but I hope you understood this as well. Belgian says, so is that how you got into Solana, Cardano, and .etc at the cheap prices? No, that's different. That's different. Oh my God, okay. Bro, okay, you're confusing yourself. When we're talking about buying something in the bear market, right, for long term means something completely different. You want to pick the best coins that you know is not going to dump on you long term. Of course, when there's new technology coming out there, Cardano, Solana, or DOT, or whatever, bro, I didn't bet my house on it. I've only invested, what I could afford to lose. I'm talking literally lose change. So I wasn't even risking myself. I'm not going to risk it. So what I did was I put only loose change I could afford to lose because I didn't know what Solana is going to do. And I'm talking specifically for Solana. Cardano was different because I knew the founder was part of the original Ethereum team and I knew they had a disagreement. So I said, I'll back him just in case. Again, I didn't bet my house on it. What's wrong with you? No way. I'm not taking that much of a risk. Dot, same. I understand who the creator is. I like Gavin Wood. I think he's great. You know, all of those other his credit that he has, right? Um, and then I didn't bet the house on it. Just put enough money I could afford to lose. The idea is what I can afford to lose. Now, you may be able to lose $100, or maybe $1,000, or maybe $10,000. So if you're going to pick 10 coins and you're willing to lose $100 per coin, that's $1,000. So your risk is $1,000. That's all you take. If my risk is, say, for example, $1,000, right, per coin, that's $10,000, 10 coin. That's my risk, $10,000. So you don't invest more than you could afford to lose. Do you know what I mean? So that's the thing. A lot of people don't understand this. It's like, no, I'm not betting my house on it. I don't have full faith. Remember, every coin is a scam until it's not a scam. What I mean by that is, if it's successful, we run with it. If it's not successful, it could easily fail. So don't bet your house on it. Always invest what you can afford to lose. You know, in the case of Solana, dollar a coin, it was only $1,000. Think about it. It was only $1,000. So the risk was only $1,000. That's the whole thing. A lot of people need to understand these kind of stuff. Now, I don't want to give numbers on the channel, but that's the whole thing. My risk is going to be either $100, $10, $1,000, or whatever my risk is. I'm not going to risk more than that. No way. um. Okay, so Belgian, I hope this kind of answers your question, my brother. Right? On the bottom of the market, when you see new projects, promising projects, great projects, you want to jump into this great project because it's a blockchain. It's about to change the whole how these, this L2 situation or the L3 or the L1 situation works. This is massive. It's got big backing, everything. I feel I can trust this. I'm still not going to go sell my house. I'm only going to put enough money that I can afford to lose. Means I won't even bother. If it goes, it goes. I don't really care. That's all I'm going to invest. And that's all you need to invest, for fuck's sake. Excuse my language, but that's all you need to invest. So, the little one, trust me, the little gamble is one of the best gambles they can make. DB. I sure hope ship pops again. I hold onto part of my seed just in case. I held onto part of my seed just in case. It was always just a silly play, but it ended up being one of my more profitable moves of the year. Exactly, same thing. So for me, DB, honestly, I took a gamble on it as well, and I did this. So the day when I entered, everybody on this channel knew about this. We flipped it within 12 hours. We flipped it, right? Once we flipped it, we took our initial out. All right, and then we took some profits out as well, and we left some of the seed there. That went down to the floor, right? So that went down to the floor, and then we scaled back in only with the profit. So we never invested the initial money again. We took it out, let the market ride and do its thing. Once we saw the point of the breakout, we said, okay, we can either go back in with more or leave it. In my case, I left it. I said, let it do what it needs to do. I don't need to add any more. The position went up. I started shouting and banging and screaming about this on this channel. I said, look, at the 0.0 whatever 6 it was, I said, I'm going to get rid of it. I'm going to get out. The potential is higher, but I want to get my maximum out at this particular level. You can see the videos, it's on the channel somewhere. And I did that. And then it went all the way to like 0.00 whatever, 85 or something, right? Great, good luck to all of you. I didn't care. I said, I'll wait for this. It came back to the level I wanted. Of course, then the market collapsed down as well. It went down. But guess what? I took my initial out once and I took my initial out twice. I mean, how insane is that? I took my initial out once, initial out twice, and I done a 5-6x on it. What else do you want? You know what I mean? So for me, it's been also a great gamble, and I think it's going to be something I'm going to play again. But this time, I'm waiting for it to come back to me. You see what I mean? So if the market's going to go down, I'm patiently waiting for it to come to me. I'm waiting for the handout. Give it to me. Why would I go chase it right now? No point. I'm going to wait there with my hands out. Hand it out to me. So let's see what happens. Skin and Bone says, yep, understand. Splinterlands has the same. Yes, so it's not just Splinterlands. Many other projects are doing this now as well. It's a new technique of creating more tokens. So you create an ecosystem. All you got to do is have one token to create another token, and then the main token ends up getting some more value. So a lot of projects are doing this. Nothing new. Plenty of projects. I mean, Splinterlands is doing it. What's the other one called? Come on. That game everyone's talking about, for God's sake. So many other games. Anyway, games are doing it. Gala games, this, that games. Everyone's doing it for God's sake. It's not nothing new. That's what I'm trying to say here. So Skin and Bone says, okay, so all of their coins play into the market value. Price is down due to people liquidating coins onto other coins. Yes and no. So it's got nothing to do with that. Remember, price itself can go down just because people are buying and selling, but the circulating supply is the key here. So the circulating supply is how many out there, and the total valuation you're seeing is based on how many out there. Now, necessarily, the total coins out there doesn't have to be owned by anyone. It could be literally sitting in an exchange. It could be sitting in the developer's wallet, but that's the valuation right now because that's the circulating supply, right? That's the circulating supply, actually. Oh, let me show you this. Come on. I think I've shown you this, guys. This should answer one of your questions. This is This is one of the most stupid thing I ever show to people. It's so stupid. I have shown it to George. I believe I have shown it to you, bro, Belgian. I have shown it to you. Just want to show it to you once more. Because this is definitely one of the most stupid thing ever. This is the most stupid thing ever. Just want to show you this, right? So look at this. When you look at this diluted market cap, $98 million. $98 million. And you can see there's nothing here, right? $98 million. And I'll give you a little fact about this. $98 million. Shiba, right? What's the diluted market cap? Let's have a look at the diluted market cap. I just want to show you something so that makes so much sense to you. Look, diluted market cap is $19 billion. So here it's saying 17. Here it's saying if the total supply was out, it would be worth $19 billion. So there's only a $2 billion discrepancy here. Understand where I'm coming from. So what this is saying is that if all the tokens that ever exist, this could be in an exchange, this could be in a wallet, this could be on a contract, it could be anywhere, but that's the valuation. And because it has a $17 billion valuation, right, you get to see this lucky chap sitting on rank number, what is it? Rank number 13. Right? Only because of this price, right? Only because of this price. Does that make sense to you? So this doesn't mean anything. Remember, BTC, I've mentioned this as well. Only reason it's sitting at number 1 is because of this. Nothing else. There's no fundamentals, nothing to put it there. It's only there because it owns $891 billion out of this $2.2 trillion. That's only reason. Is the only reason Ethereum is here is because of this price. So the only reason Shiba is here and not anywhere below is because of this price. Okay? Shiba could be up here. It doesn't make a difference. Or Shiba could be way down here. It doesn't change how much per coin is going to be worth if something else is worth more than $17 billion. So I hope this kind of makes sense. Let's not go in too much about this because this kind of stuff, detail, is kind of unnecessary. It's not really something to look at. What you're looking at is, are projects sustainable? Are projects capable of staying in the game? Or did they pack their bags once the cycle was over and leave? Right? That's what you're looking for. DB says a victim of non-stop dumping since it was listed on Coinbase, but have you made yourself familiar with ICP's technology? And if so, do you think it has any chance to compete with the blockchain? So it's not, ICP is not a victim of the dumping or anything like this. ICP originally started back in 2015, so I know a lot about ICP, right? They are trying to do whatever, but there's two fundamental facts that you have to understand about ICP. One, the concept of what ICP was created way back in 2015. We're currently sitting in 2022, almost 2022. So it's a 7-year-old concept. A lot other stuff have come in. Even then, I still believe it's a great project. But when the project was launched, they raised millions and millions of dollars from private investors. When they launched the private investors, they gave them the fake ICP IOU tokens. So they gave IOU to them under a lot of pressure of the investors, the VC and the seed funders. They literally had to sell them the coins. So when the market when they decided to launch and launch it on every single platform, the whales that were holding the original investors with hundreds of millions of dollars, hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars invested into this project since 2015, dumped at the same time. So it's not a victim, it was just part of it. How do you, because I'll give you a good example. So venture capital investors, they don't invest for donkey's years. They're not in it forever, right? So what they do, they say, okay, we'll give you the money for maybe 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 5 year, typically 5 years, or maybe they say 6 years. Okay, 1 year we give you on the bonus 6 years. So that's what happened with ICP. They had enough funding coming in. They did like 2, 3 rounds, right? But people need to recover the money. I've given you my money. Give me my money. What do? You got to sell it. So when you sell it, that's the only way I can take my money out. So of course that's what they did, and this whole thing showed up as 13, 14 billion dollars on the day of launch. Not a victim at all. It's just not ready. So I've said to everybody when people were hyping it, I said, guys, forget ICP. Yes, it's a great project, but do not buy it. Just wait for it. It's going to come to you. It's going to give you a nice little handout. It's going to be cheap. That's when you pick it up. So ask anybody or watch any of my videos regarding ICP on this channel, and you will see what I've said. Exactly the same thing. Wait for it. Bear market, we're going to pick up some ICP because it is a great concept. It's a great technology. We can pick it up, and I can see a lot of improvements probably coming along the way. But 6, 7 years old, of course there may be some outdated technology. They're probably refurbishing this, but if they do pull it off, my god, it will be insane. So let's see what happens. But other than that, as I said, it is quite cool. I do like it. Compete with big blockchains? I don't think so, right? Remember, ICP is not a blockchain. ICP is more like IPFS. Think about it this way. So IPFS, Interplanetary File Sharing System, we obviously know that's like the most secured version of sharing a file and keeping it secure, which can't be hacked or anything. I mean, probably at some stage can be hacked, but the point is it's secure. ICP creates a layer to allow you to communicate with the IPFS kind of a thing. So it's a similar technology. As I said, just got to step back a little bit and say, okay, hold on. Yes, ICP is fantastic technology, but is it current technology? Actually, no, because other projects have come out with it. So is there a potential this could do something? Yes, there is, because they've had 5, 6 years of development, whereas in new projects that came out now, yes, they have new technology, but they haven't had that 5, 6 year maturity. So if I was to trust somebody, I'll trust something that's been around for 5 years, that okay, actually that could easily change the whole game and actually do something insane. But right now, the project itself is not suffering, by the way. The only difference that happened, investors needs to cash out. So I'm just being logical here as an investor myself in plenty of these projects. I know I got to take my money out. I need to dump. So the moment you launch it, of course I'm going to dump. That's what's happened here. So it's very simple. Just wait for it. Patience is going to come. The Belgian says, I understand now. Thanks, brother. Okay, thank you. DB says, its average block time is 10x faster than Solana, which is why it intrigues me. Possibly it is, but have you used ICP? That's the question. ICP is not usable currently. So there are plenty of projects out there who can do 1,000 times faster than Solana, Cardano, or whatever. They can blink and it's there. But does that mean anything? It doesn't. I'll tell you when anything means anything to anybody: when you can build on it, when you can develop on it, when you can put DeFi projects in it, when you create value on it. But ICP hasn't done that yet, so let's wait for that. Let's wait for it, because also for me, when it comes to hype and all of that, you remember, I'm not into hopium. I don't do that, and I don't do hype juice. Maybe a little bit of Pepsi Max here and there. I'll just promote them a little bit here, but a Dr. Pepper, Pepsi Max, definitely no Coke here. So the point is, look, at some stage, somewhere, when they do come out, yeah, I'll fall into that. But right now, it's fine. But as you said, intrigues. Yes, it does intrigue me as well. I am super fascinated about what they want to do. But blockchain, papers, documents, teams, I've also said this as well. I don't care. None of it matters to me. You can be the biggest genius team on the planet. It doesn't matter to me. What matters to me is how much money is invested, how much decentralization is involved, and can this be scaled up? scale up is in more projects being built? Is this got a future? That's what I'm interested. Because remember, the number one thing to be honest about, I'm not in it for the technology. I'm not in it for your face. I'm not in it for anything like that. I don't care if this is NASA. I don't care if this is Elon Musk. Never fell for that. Never will. I'm in it for the money. Number one thing, I'm in it for the money. So if I can't make money on it, I'm not in it. If I can make money on it, I'm in it. Full stop, right? So let's see how it works. Skin and Bones has got your DB says, I really appreciate your insight. Thank you. Thank you, my brother. Arthur here. How about DAG Constellation? So DAG Constellation, yes, it's come up again, same thing. So a lot of these projects, you know what I would recommend with DAG and all sorts of other stuff, right? Best thing to do, right? One of the most important thing I would recommend everybody to do is make a note, a list of all of these coins. Just make a nice little list of all of these coins. What goes up will come down. And I'll tell you one thing about DAG as well. Similar story. It is going to come back down. So if you are planning to buy it, then yeah, definitely keep an eye on it. You know, at some stage, it will definitely come back down for you. Okay. So, you know, just again, same thing. Let's just have a look at it. Doesn't matter. Remember, we've got 15,000 whatever coins to choose from, guys. There's going to be so many. There's going to be a day when I'm going to basically have to, I don't know, figure out some way of doing some crazy stuff. That bridges real world business and crypto economy. Okay, great. Everything is good. Mainnet is done. I'm really happy with this. Interesting. Okay. Staking is a key. Synapse. Okay, fine. This is good. You see? So here's a good one. Here's a good example of what we just spoke about, right? So acquires a multi-million dollar SaaS startup. Constellation Network acquires. Listen to this. Acquires. So Constellation Network has gone ahead, sold its tokens, made millions out of you users, and then ends up buying a startup. And to me, this says, well, this is centralized. To me, this is just screaming out centralized. Why? Hold on. How does a crypto company, a decentralized cryptocurrency, go outside in the world and buy a centralized company? For that one reason, I will just go like that and not look at this anymore, because end of the day, I mean, as I said, it's up to you what you do. Obviously, it's your coin, so you pick on it, you stick to it. That's not an issue. But the point I'm trying to make here is, yes, we. Oh, sorry guys, my knee's killing me. Oh. It's already working with Air Force. Yeah, again, same again. This is what I'm trying to say to you, bro. You're not understanding what I'm saying. Arthur, listen, it's so great. Listen, it's your coin. You know, pick your coin, stick to your coin. And I'm not dissing the coin at all. It's all fantastic. Listen, everybody, there's 15, almost 16,000 coins to choose from. You really can't just stick to one, right? Or I can't just stick to one. There's plenty out there, and I'm not going to be biased towards one. I'm not going to say, oh, Bitcoin's the greatest. I've told you guys this much. I don't even care about Bitcoin. If it goes down to the ground, I'm going to let it go. I don't care. You know, if it goes to a mill, I'll sell it and get out. I don't care. This is the point. I'm not in it for the love of the coin. I don't care what it does. I don't care who it does it with. I don't care what. All I'm looking for, where's the biggest money plugged in? That's what I'm looking for. Where the money's going. Number one, follow the money. Number two, I'm looking for decentralization. How many people have bought this in a decentralized manner? Is this project decentralized? So I'm looking for decentralization, amount of money in there, the value locked in. That's what I'm looking for. Okay. The rest of it doesn't matter. I don't really care. And as I said, the third one I'm looking for, can you build on it? So remember, some of these things, you know, like for example, can you build on it? No, you can't build on Bitcoin. Not yet, at least, right? Or it's coming. So there are projects that it doesn't even matter about those things. But as long as they're decentralized, there's a lot of money invested in it, I'm in it. But what I just showed you and what you just said, like they're already working with the Air Force, brilliant. We've got technology companies coming out there and, you know, building these new level of blockchain data products and blockchain products. And they're working with the Air Force, or they're working with this company. That just says to me, they've just taken your money, your freaking money, and they're just making themselves better. Did you get a share in that company? No, you just got a token. And you're left on your own to fend for yourself while they're selling company shares somewhere else. They're buying, acquiring other companies and this and that. That just smells wrong. That's just wrong. It's like me telling you, bro, listen, I'm gonna sell this, whatever. My company's gonna do, whatever. And I'm gonna take your Ethereum, your Bitcoin, whatever, and give you some of my shitcoin. And then I'm gonna dump all my Bitcoin and Ethereum or whatever, come back to cash, go pay my taxes like a good boy, and then I can do whatever I want. I've just made free money from you. Now I'm going to go and buy a house, I'm going to go and buy a building, go and buy a yacht, maybe even a private jet, yeah, and a few other businesses. And I will say, look, this is what we've acquired thanks to you guys. Trust me, I don't want to be the user of that coin because that just smells centralization to me, as I said, right? So this is just my opinion. Obviously, I'm not dissing the coin. That's what I'm trying to say. But I personally would stay away from them. You know, if I see stuff like this, I'm like, no, 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 no. If you acquired another crypto company, okay, I could give you that. But when you're taking cryptocurrency, decentralization, the blockchain network, and you're centralizing it, and you're putting it in the real world, you're putting it in a brick and mortar, I got a problem with that because you're not a crypto. Let's not fool ourselves. That's not crypto. That's just a normal traditional company doing its little thing and monetizing on people who think it's a crypto. It's not a crypto. Crypto fundamentals are very simple. You know, it's got to be a, like, for example, a blockchain, decentralized, and this and that, right? So many other things, but that's what it is. But I have my own set of rules, as I said. And remember, my rules are for myself, not for you guys. I'm not a financial advisor. I won't give you financial advice. And of course, today we had a great, great conversation. And I'm not here to offend anybody, I remember, guys. So we're just having a conversation, nothing else. Free conversation. I'm sure we're open to free speech. So, yeah. Listen, I'm not going to make this any longer. I have no idea how long this stream has been going on for. But if you're new to the channel, because my phone battery's died, by the way, so I can't really see much. But if you're new to the channel, guys, do consider hitting that subscribe button, smash those like button. Let's continue. And also, you can actually join the Discord servers as well, and we'll probably do some stuff on Discord. When I get some time, I'll come and do some other crazy stuff there. But other than that, listen, guys, I think it's been an awesome, awesome stream. Yes, well, I don't know how long. I think just over an hour, 2 hours, maybe. Awesome stream. Thank you very much for everyone for coming to the show and asking all the great questions and everything as well. I hope I could have, I have answered all the questions basically as much as I can to my ability. And as I said, I'm not a financial advisor. Anything I say here is for entertainment and my opinions only. And anything I have described here are some things I have done or will do or maybe thinking of doing, right? And most of the stuff, as I said, most of the stuff that I say here are just usually usually my own opinions. And as I said, like, sometimes I'm just trying to use some logic and some kind of common sense, right? But at the same time, I want to stick to my principles of being actually only invested in crypto. So, for example, the last one we talked about, DAG, yes, everything looked fantastic. The project itself, I've heard about it. I haven't done much research, but it's all great. But then as soon as you see that, it's like that's what puts me off. I'm not saying the project's bad, it just puts me off. It just says, oh, actually, that just smells centralization. I can't do centralization. Anything I can do but centralization. You know what I mean? Because that means the company is created this to benefit themselves, not you, the user. I believe cryptocurrency should benefit the user, not the companies or the founders or the creators. If that makes any sense to you guys. DB says, stay blessed, brother. Take care. Awesome. You too, my brother. Stay blessed. Take care. Skin and Bone says, thanks, man. I appreciate your time. I knew it takes time and effort to do this so often. It does. But one of the best things is obviously effort was I don't really have to put too much effort in. I just need time. Unfortunately, time is what I don't have. So I'm really busy. But effort, it's not much at all because obviously, you know me, I'm a complete freestyle. I don't have a script. I don't have anything written down. There's nothing here. It's like, oh, I've got to talk about this and I've got a list of, itinerary that I've got to go through. None of that business, guys. I'm here for you, with you guys, firing away any answers that I can based on your questions. You know how it is, bro. So complete freestyle, man. What do you think of XP Network? A mate sent it to me the other day. Seems dodgy as to me. As to me. Influencer coin, it seems. Appreciate you. So Gritty says, appreciate you, bro. Good luck for NY. Oh, New Year. Yes, absolutely. XP, I can search it, bro, but I won't go deep into it. Let me just quickly see. I might keep it on my tabs to talk about it next time. Let's see. Okay, so I can't see which one it is. Please do find out what the actual coin is called, and then let's talk about it on another time, right? So, whatever this coin is, please do get the info. Let's do this tomorrow or something, or probably day after. But I will notify everybody on Discord as soon as I have I'm free again. So I'll notify you guys before I go on the stream on Discord. So if you haven't joined Discord yet, do consider joining Discord. Simple, it's free, it doesn't cost you anything, and I usually do drop the live links there. So I will drop the live link there if I go live tomorrow. I won't make any promises because I am, as I said, I'm really short of time. But if I don't, I'll definitely probably go tomorrow and then we'll talk about this. And yeah, find out for me what XP network or whatever coin you were talking about, which one it is. As you can see, there's quite a few there. Tell me which one it is, and then we can move forward from there. Definitely talk on that one. Belgian says, good stream, bro. Have a good night. You guys too. Thank you very much. Okay. Can't thank you enough. Thank you very much for being lovely, lovely subscribers and also members of the community. Can't do it without you guys, and for supporting me one whole year. I'm plus 1 year now. This is just awesome, awesome, awesome. And how the community is growing. Also, I've been looking at the community. It's just growing every day. The numbers are increasing. Of course, look at this. It's just been going up. There have been one or two spikes, and then it's just steady, steady growth. This channel has. I mean, I don't know how to describe this. Like every day, there's at least one or two new subscribers. Oh man, it's just insane. I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you very much, guys. As I said, I'm going to catch you on another one very soon. Adios, my amigos. Let's not make this any longer. Thank you. Bye bye.